Hi YouTube. It's been a long time, several months. I haven't posted. Today's won't be very long as I'm feeling tired and not very good in general. I had a chest thing, so they got me on antibiotics, and you know how you feel when you're on antibiotics. It's just like, ugh. So this is my trying to conceive video log that I'm starting. I am on cycle 1 after a second trimester pregnancy loss back in July. It is now September. Um, I have had one complete full healing cycle, and this is my second cycle, but I'm considering it my first trying to conceive cycle. A few things. One, I have a bicornet uterus. Two, I have low to no progesterone production. So when I do get pregnant, I have to take shots every other day to sustain the pregnancy till 12 weeks. The bicornet uterus, it looks like a heart. A normal woman's uterus looks like a pear. Oh, a pear. I'm trying to show the shape here. There we go. A pear. Mine looks like a heart. So when the baby implants into the side of my uterus can't expand like a normal uterus to grow for the baby. It ceases to grow. So I have late trimester, second trimester miscarriages, or stillbirths, or early preterm labor. So up to date, let's do a real quick review. I have been to my OBGYN, and they have opted to give me the ability or option to have laparoscopic surgery with a hold on, hysteoscope. Something like that. I can't remember the exact name. Anyway, what it is they come in through my belly button and two little cuts on each side that are about 2 inches long. They go in and they snip that septum that causes my bicornet uterus, so my uterus is more of a pear shape. The only issue I have with this is I have an autoimmune disease. So if I get an infection, I'm in the hospital. I got a chest cold that turned to bronchitis, that turned to a fungal infection, that turned into such a severe infection 2 years ago that I ended up in the ICU on life support. And this is like a yearly thing. I'm hospitalized at least once or twice a year for an illness because I get so sick. So the fear of having to go through this surgery and the complications that could arise from extra bleeding or infection. At this point in time, I'm not ready to take that risk because I have a 4-year-old son, and God forbid something rare did happen and I did get an infection and I passed away. It's not fair for my son because I wanted another baby. My other thought on it is I'm not huge religious. I'm not a Bible thumper, but I do believe there's a higher power than me. Um, and I've had one baby. I have a 4-year-old, so it is possible for me to carry. I have had 10 losses, two after my second trimester. I'm sorry, two during my second trimester, two ectopics, two chemicals, and the rest were before 8 to 10 weeks. I've had a couple of multiple DNCs. I've kind of been through the whole pregnancy range from, getting pregnant to having a baby to having a C-section to have a baby. That was with my son, all the way to stillbirths, to miscarriages, DNCs, natural miscarriages, all that good stuff. So, okay, now that you kind of have a background history on who and what I am, I also suffer from panic disorder, agoraphobia, depression, and bipolarism. The only medication I take currently is 1 milligram of Xanax daily, and that's to help with my panic attacks. I was up on a higher dosage, but I've decided through meditation, yoga, and diet change and exercise that I was going to change who I am inside and outside without extra help with medications. So my depression, bipolarism, and all that's controlled without medication, and the Xanax is for my anxiety as needed. Okay, so with that said, I am a overweight, trying to conceive 29-year-old with fertility problems. I am on cycle 1, trying to conceive. The things I'm using to try to conceive are fertilityfriend.com, to use their charting program to chart my temps, my cervical mucus, my cervical position, my cervix position, my cervical mucus, my temperatures, my bedding, my symptoms, my tests like OPKs, ferning, stuff like that. But I'm not ferning just yet. I also have the Fertility Friend app, which I totally suggest for anybody who is using can't even talk anymore. Fertility Friend. For anyone who's using Fertility Friend, it's just a mobile app that goes on your phone. It keeps track of your cycles, your days, da da da. It also gives you the option to, of course, put in your temps, but it gives you an option to look at your chart. So here's an example. Here's my chart for this month. As you can see, I ovulated 8 days ago. I had a dip in my chart, 7 DPO below my cover line, which is the line that goes straight across, and then a shoot up today at 8 DPO. I'm sorry, I had a dip at 7 and it had shot up at 8. So they say that's a good sign of maybe possible implantation. I don't take that word for it because I looked up everything there is about implantation, and sometimes you don't have a dip, sometimes you do have a dip, sometimes a dip dips for no reason. It's really about patterns to do with your chart to see if you're actually ovulating. The only way to do it is charting. You know, OPKs only do LH surges. You know, ferning only shows so much, but you can't 100% guarantee you're ovulating unless you're charting your temps. So anyway, oh, I thought my battery was dying. I was like, what? Okay, so this is my first cycle. I have OPK'd every day, starting even on cycle day 1, because I've never used OPK, ovulation prediction test strips before. So I was just curious on what, you know, they look like when you take them at all times. And I bought 180 OPK and 60 home pregnancy tests off of Amazon.com. The Wondufo, WONDFO brand. It cost me like $36 for all of them. And it'll last me, I can test every day, and they'll last me for like 4 months. So, good deal, ladies. They do work. I'm part of a group called CafeMom.com for the Trying to Conceive group, which is an awesome group of ladies. So if you're trying to conceive and you want somebody to talk to, that's where you need to go. And a lot of us ladies there use those. So here, and I keep an actual hard copy along with my fertility friend because I'm a freaking OCD, and I like to look back at my sticks. And I also am piano stick aholic. I'll be the first to admit it. I like to pee on a stick. Every day I like to pee on a stick. 2 times a day I like to pee on a stick. So that's why I also use Wondufos. If it happened to come up positive, or I thought it was positive, I'd go buy a better test, obviously. But, okay, so this is my first cycle. I'm not done yet. I'm on cycle day 20 something. I can't even remember now because I stopped OPKing after I got my positive one. I'm on cycle day 26. I have no idea what my cycles are like. I've never charted before, like I said, so I don't know if I have a 28-day cycle, 38-day cycle, 54, I don't know. So we're in this together. As you can see, on cycle day 17, I can get it close enough. I had my positive OPK on cycle day 17, and then I've been taking, of course, my whole pregnancy tests like a loon since 5 DPO. Of course, they're negative. You know, obviously I'm only 8 DPO. Even if I did implant yesterday or day before, it's not going to show. So that's where I'm at on my trying to conceive journey. I will post a 12 to 13 DPO pregnancy test live. I've always enjoyed looking on YouTube for the live pregnancy tests, even if they're negative, because I think it's really cool to find out your reaction on a video. There's a lady on here on YouTube, which I'm sure everybody knows, that's trying to conceive. It's Carla the Bubble Lush, and she did her live pregnancy test, and I cried with her. It was just amazing because you just got to know her. So I hope that I can make some friends here on my trying to conceive journey. I hope that I get the strength and positive vibes that I need to get on my trying to conceive journey. And I will see y'all soon because it's 8 DPO and 12 and 13 are here coming soon. Thanks, guys.